Hi, Hope with Irons and Yoga. Welcome back. Today's practice is just a short practice of pyramid and revolved pyramid. This can be put into a playlist with the other videos to create a full practice. I'll meet you on the mat. Beginning in our mountain pose, we're going to step our right foot back to come into a pyramid. You can just go ahead and take a step back of the right foot and it's not a very long step, maybe about 2 foot, 3 foot, definitely wider than hip distance. So you can see where my feet are if I turn towards you. So about midway of the mat, and your back toes are going to be turned at a bit of an angle. So those right toes are going to be pointing somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock, and maybe even closer to 2 to 1. It's a matter of what feels good for you. So this may be a little bit of experimentation if this is your first time in pyramid to decide where your feet, the angle of your feet feels best. We're going to go ahead and bring hands to hips. Taking the gaze straight ahead, find a full inhale breath. And as you exhale, a hinge of the hips, reaching straight ahead with the crown of the head, gazing down to the front big toe. And we're looking for that nice flat back here. And that may mean, again, bring the earth close and grab some blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use books. Blocks are fairly inexpensive though, and they can be used in a multitude of ways in your practice. Find a full inhale breath here. And as you exhale, let the body melt over the front leg, letting the spine round and the forehead soften down towards the front knee. And you can keep a little bit of a micro bend in the front knee. Don't feel like it has to be perfectly straight. Same for the back leg for that matter. You're still going to be feeling a good stretch into the hamstrings. Nice full inhale breath. And exhale, lifting back to that flat back. Full inhale. Exhale to soften. Letting yourself collapse back over the front leg. Maybe collapse is the wrong word. Letting yourself just surrender here. Letting the tension of the upper body release. Inhale to find flat back again. From here, we're going to come into a revolved triangle. So stance is going to stay about the same. And again, maybe just trying and seeing how this feels and making adjustments as needed. Never feel that you are stuck, that you can't move, because you're always welcome to move. If something's not feeling supportive for you, maybe you need to lengthen out the stance a little of the back foot. Maybe you need to step it in a little bit. You get to decide what feels best for you. No yoga police are going to come knocking at your door and tell you you're doing it wrong. Just be mindful. Obviously, if it feels bad, if it hurts, back out of it. Don't stay in something that is painful. Being uncomfortable is completely different than pain. Sometimes things feel uncomfortable and we have to find a little bit of discomfort to find comfort. So coming into our next posture, we're going to come into a revolved triangle. In revolved triangle, I definitely recommend a block here. Bringing the block into the inside of the left foot, we're going to plant the right hand. And then inhale to peel your left fingertips up to the sky, finding your revolved triangle. So this is one of those postures that doesn't feel great while I'm doing it initially. But then once I'm here, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's settle in. And let's feel into this. Breathing. Find a full breath. And a complete exhale. One more breath here. And then let that left hand float back down. If you're using the blocks, step them a little wider, step the right foot back in. And let's heel toe the feet wide here in between. Taking the heels on the mat and the toes off of the mat, we'll let the crown of the head reach down, finding a wider forward fold here. And we'll come into a ragdoll. So in ragdoll, we're just going to cross the arms, taking the thumb and placing it into the crease of the elbow. And then start to find a bit of a sway in the upper body from side to side. You can add a little bit of a bend into the knees. You can make this as big of a movement as you want, or a subtle movement. The next time that you come to center, let yourself pause and take notice of which arm is crossed on top, and then recross the arms, placing thumb and elbow crease again, and returning back to that movement. All the while breathing. The next time that you pass through center, find stillness. Uncross the arms, then let the fingertips reach down to the earth. Tenting the fingers and heel toe the feet back in towards center at about hip distance apart. And then as you fill with breath, rising back up. Stacking knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. And maybe let's take a big inhale of the breath, reaching fingertips overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. All right, and now for the other side. We'll pass the weight into the right foot and step the left foot back. And now those left toes are going to be pointed to somewhere between 9 and 10, maybe closer to 10 to 11. Again, feeling into your body what feels best. And working to draw the hips square. So we're working to draw the right hip back and the left hip forward, keeping this counter pull of the body. I need to find a better word for that. So from here, hands to hips, gaze straight ahead. Find an inhale. And as you exhale, hinging from the hips, bringing the torso parallel to the earth, gazing down to the front big toe. And if it would feel more supportive to you, bring the blocks in, frame your foot. Let the hands rest on the blocks. Breathing in, breathing out. Fill with breath. Exhale completely and fold. Let the upper body melt over the front leg. Forehead coming towards the front knee. Little micro bend in the knee. Trying to find a bit of stillness here. Inviting in and just staying. Inhale, find flat back. And exhale to fold once more. Full inhale breath. Exhale. Looking, checking. Do you have more space here? Are you able to release a little more? Let gravity draw you a little deeper. Inhale to half lift. Draw in the left block to the inside of the right foot. I'm just going to step this right block a little bit out of the way so you can see a little better if you need the visual. And we're going to plant the left hand onto the block. And then we're going to find an inhale and an exhale. An inhale to peel the right fingertips up to the sky, taking the gaze up with it. And again, checking in, if anything is painful, if that hurts the neck, keep the gaze neutral, or maybe you keep the gaze down to the earth. But if you're feeling pretty okay with gazing to the fingertips, give that a try and see how that feels. We'll inhale and exhale. We'll inhale breath and exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, let the fingertips come back down. Maybe you walk that block back in to surround the right foot. And bend into the front knee, walk the blocks a bit forward. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Let the head hang, coming into a forward fold, supported with the blocks, or maybe you have the space to let the fingertips reach all the way to the earth. Inhale and slowly begin to rise up. Finding a tall mountain at the top of your mat.
This video can be stacked with our other building block practices to create a full flow. Thank you for allowing me to guide you in your practice today. Namaste.